Okay. Well, I'm pregnant.
Oh my God, Aleena.
If you're watching this, I was pregnant.
Birth has occurred. How long have you been hiding this from me?
You know, I hope I've given birth by now. Otherwise, he's
Me
lingering
too.
in there.
Me too.
For
all of our
cooking
sakes.
for a long time, and
So he.
Oh,
Our first surprise.
yes,
He.
it's a boy, and you know, it's not an easy thing to talk about comfortably.
No.
It hasn't been an easy thing to talk about comfortably. So I was pregnant.
And she means she's now a mother. She means she's given birth.
Oh, wow.
Motherhood has
That
arrived.
would make me a mom.
Yeah. I wonder what your butthole's looking like right now.
Oh, because this is
After birth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, to tear or not to tear?
That is the question. And to be very clear, I don't think you're going to tear, and I think you're actually going to pull your baby out just like Kourtney Kardashian. So,
Just pull it out.
yes, I think they're going to
Can we
say,
talk about that?
please.
Okay, because I've been sending Sarah all these birth videos in baths because every time I see those, I think that's what Sarah did.
Yes.
Or
Well,
attempted did. And
Attempted robbery.
whenever I see it, they're always dangling in the water.
Yep.
For like 10 seconds or so. Pull that baby out. They're going to drown.
Aleena, okay, let me clarify what Aleena always does. She sends
Have
a
you
lot.
seen these?
No. Well, Alex, why are they on your feet? So if you've seen these, why? Number one. Number two, am I too low?
No, you're not.
Oh,
You're fine.
okay. So everyone can hear me?
Yeah, but I can't be interested in the miracle of life.
No, you can be interested, Alex. You just can't watch it. Okay?
Yeah. I feel like anything that you're interested in, it's like there's a double meaning.
Yeah.
How would I?
Sick.
How would I get off to birth videos?
You wouldn't, and you shouldn't, and you can't. You probably cannot.
I can try.
Oh,
See?
no.
See?
No, Aleena sends birth videos, and she's always like, how is a baby not drowning? She doesn't understand how the baby's swimming underwater, no breath. And I tell her, it's connected to the umbilical cord.
I know, but there's just something so visceral about seeing a baby just kind of in water.
But that's
And
where they
you're not,
are right
like-
now. Your baby's underwater right now. That's why I have to explain.
But it's not water.
It's fully under. It's submerged. It's mermaid.
But it's like
Merman.
fluid, you know?
Well, it's actually.
Fluid is different than water.
But don't you think fluid is thicker? It's like in such a thicker fluid right now. So like
Yeah.
it comes out in water and it's like, woo, I'm floating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they very quickly move, and not even that they have to, but they very quickly move the baby onto the chest.
Don't you just feel like it's like instinct, like you see a human floating in water and you're like, I gotta jump in and save them.
But the bath is very shallow, and there's multiple people in it. So like the baby is not in danger at any point, and it's pretty quickly lifted. Maybe it feels slow to you. It probably feels slow to you.
Yeah.
You're like, they're letting him linger.
Mhm.
But let me tell you, since I've been in the room, it's a very quick patoosh.
Are the people in the bath? Do they wear like fly fishing pants so that they don't make contact with the juices that come out, or?
No, people like love the juices that come out.
I don't think people are loving the juices.
But are they bare skinned?
They're not naked. It's not like a naked
I'm not saying
situation.
I never said
You're
they're
going
naked.
there.
No, I'm not saying they're naked. I'm asking if they're like ankles. If there's like.
No, they're not wearing
Are they
water
wearing? Are they wearing
pants.
galoshes in the water?
What the
Honestly, I
goulashes?
blacked out my own, so I don't remember. But when I was at my sister's, she was the only one in the tub, so they just grabbed the baby.
Okay.
And how long did they let baby boy drown?
They let baby boy drown. I would say anywhere between like 4 and 5 seconds.
Oh wow.
That's a long time.
It's breathing with a tube.
Oh, because it comes out with a snorkel.
Yes, and that's why birth is
Basically.
so hard, because they have goggles and a snorkel. Can't get
Okay.
through.
Huh.
You know.
Yeah.
But so it's breathing through the umbilical cord at the time.
Correct.
Okay.
They've never opened like their mouths.
They
you know?
they do. They eat in the
With-
womb.
with
They practice eating.
it's their umbilical cord that they're eating with.
No, they practice with their mouth.
They only drink for like the first 6 to 8 months of life.
Yeah. What? Are they,
So why do they need to practice eating?
Are they using like a fork and a knife in there?
My baby can't
I'm
use
still
silverware
reading
still.
the books Okay, still reading the books. Okay.
True, but at this point, you know, because you're entering motherhood, and once you enter, you know,
Yeah, I'll know.
Yeah.
But like right now,
Right now, I'm telling you, you will not even pick up a fork and a knife with that baby for years.
oh yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
it could be practicing drinking.
Yeah.
Shots.
Very. No. No.
Okay. What kind of drinking is it doing?
Milk.
Oh, with a cup
Tit.
in her stomach right now?
Correct.
It's
Wait.
going.
I don't know.
There's a
Alina's
tit
the one
in my
reading the.
stomach?
Alina's the one reading the books. She's the one saying it's practicing eating. I've never heard of this.
I did read that.
Okay.
I did read that.
I'm glad that they're practicing in there.
They practice like I thought it was through the mouth.
Can I also say what you've done?
Babies also practice sucking and swallowing by drinking amniotic fluid.
Okay, so they're sucking and swallowing, not using utensils.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
they're not chewing.
Thank God, because they have no teeth.
They're not chomping in there.
Aleena also sent a birth video, a very calming birth video of like a beautiful birth. This baby came out, beautiful, put on the chest. And Aleena goes, I hate this birthing video.
I hate everything about the room.
Yeah,
and
she's like,
atmosphere.
I hate everything. And I was like,
Number
what
one.
part? She doesn't want anyone to tell her to push.
They keep saying, push, 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 push.
They have to tell you to push.
I know, but do they have to say it 8 times?
Well, they say it when you're supposed to, just in case.
What's she gonna be doing? Pulling instead? Like,
Hey, Aleena, can you pull?
Push, 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 push. Shut up.
So in this birthing scenario that just happened, you've just given birth.
Yeah.
You're in the room. No one's told you to push once in this ideal situation. No one's told you shit. You're just in there laying in
I
someone's
know
like,
that this is coming from a place of like, I'm not familiar. And
No, but
I'm
that's what-
going to eat these words.
No.
But I kind of feel like you're told, don't push when you go poo. Just let it slip right out.
Wait, who's teaching somebody how to poop?
That's true. That's how,
Alex, you got taught to poo? Okay, great. You just knew
There's-
how to poo.
there's poop video, like teaching videos, I'm sure. Your parents always tell you don't push because then you can get a Hemi.
I feel like the things like you've maybe heard something once and then like it's
Law.
it's law.
It is.
Well, maybe like you had a weird situation where you were
What do you mean weird?
it seems like you had too big of a poop for your hole. Not everyone experiences that, but your baby's head is too big for your vagina. Just
Yeah, but,
letting
like,
you know.
It's gonna come out. Like, do you need to be like push, 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 push?
Do you want her to
Okay,
go?
so
Oh,
I
I-
didn't like
go,
that.
go,
you don't
go, go.
push at all when you poop. You just try to let it fall out
That's
of
what
your butt.
she said. She says she sits
You-
there and she lets it fall.
So you don't.
I
you
try to let
don't-
it
you
slide
don't-
and glide.
What?
That's crazy, right?
So you've never like.
I mean, I definitely have, but I'm trying to take it easy. I'm trying to ride the line of like not doing too much because I don't want to get a hemorrhoid.
But it sounds like you're not doing anything at all. If you're just
Oh
letting
my
it fall
God, I
out.
forgot about hemorrhoids after birth. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I got some hemorrhoid cream stocked.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about those.
See, but that's why you can't push too much.
I pushed for 6.5 hours.
Oh my god.
You're supposed to push for 45 minutes.
Oh my
Yeah.
That's so many hemorrhoids.
I'm hoping that if I just don't push at all.
But you have to push.
So I didn't like that they said to push.
Yeah.
I didn't like how someone was like rubbing like their partner.
So you didn't. She doesn't like the backs tickles.
Like the rub's got to be perfect, you know? Like you can't be like nervous rubbing me. If I feel your nerves while you're rubbing me.
So just like in general, no touchy while I'm birthy.
No, you can just give me a good massage, you know?
Oh, okay.
Like don't give me little nervous hands.
Okay. I hear you. Nervous tickles. I don't like it either.
Yeah. There was the doorway was facing the birth canal.
So I see what you're saying there. A surprise vagina looks.
Way too many lights on.
No, bright. It's stage lights. It's stage lighting in there.
Way too many people.
Lots of people. There is a lot of people in there.
Why so many? This isn't a tutorial.
They try to use it as that.
I'm gonna
you gotta
say
tell
no.
them, get out, get
No.
out, get out.
No, this is not a teaching moment.
I love
had that once when I got lasered, and that's not happening here.
Good. Speak up,
Yeah.
because they'll come in the room if you don't tell them to get out. Everyone wants to watch.
There should be a code on these doors.
There should be a code on the doors, but I think like they have to enter so quickly that like, what if they forget the code? That'd be like me as a doctor. I'm like, I'm trying to get in.
That would be her.
I'm missing the fucking birth.
Yeah.
Like in there, and I'm just like, missed.
Yeah. Oh, I have this list of things that Alex said to me before he knew that I
Oh
was.
my god! Fuck yes. Thank
Um,
you for keeping this.
Oh, that's interesting.
I appreciate that.
I had no idea that Aleena was pregnant before they told us.
Well,
That's
I think
kind of how it works.
we
Yeah.
also.
But
I'd also like to say she kept
guessed,
it a
but
secret.
I guessed when you guys made the
Oh,
announcement.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Like I didn't have any inkling.
You didn't have any inkling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. That's
yeah,
what I mean. I didn't have any
yeah,
inkling
yeah.
of it.
Like we were like, we have something to tell you, and he was like, oh, Aleena's pregnant, but like he
was
was
just
totally
throwing
fucking
that.
around.
I was joking.
Yeah,
and they're like, yeah, and I was like, what?
yeah. Alex cried.
Yeah, I'm a softie.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
I like that.
Okay. First thing, thanks to Alex to me said to me while pregnant, you look miserable.
I remember saying that.
We were at the airport.
You were dying probably of tiredness.
I was dying. I
Especially
was so
first-
sleepy.
First try is as
And I'm
dying.
trying so hard to just like,
Go with it.
I'm glowing. Like, I'm happy. I'm good. Like, I'm not tired. I'm not exhausted.
Dragging.
And he just said, you look miserable. And then at another point, he said, why are you so out of breath? It's all things that you like, I wish I could tell you.
Yeah, you're like, I'm growing a baby,
And then,
sir.
I had I got a pee incident. And he was like, Aleena, you can't keep holding your pee. People are going to think you're going into labor.
Oh, did I say that? Oh,
Yeah.
That's so funny.
huh.
So you were probably like,
Yeah.
little does he know.
Oh my god.
I was like,
Okay, so Aleena, you'll have no pushing. It's just gonna fall straight out. No hemorrhoids.
no tearing.
No tearing. And again, you're gonna do the Kourtney Kardashian pull up. It's a boy.
And it won't drown.
It's exactly. It's not coming out in water. It's coming out straight.
Did you
air.
say that?
Yeah, air.
Didn't hear it.
And then we'll also at this point, you guys, big drum roll, please. We will know his name on the birth certificate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Aleena has dared go where no one's gone before. She has decided to keep his name a secret from me. From anyone, but most importantly, me.
Okay. And I want to explain myself because I feel like
Should we give some context as
Yeah,
to
no,
why?
yeah.
As to why?
Hold-
Let's give
yeah,
some
yeah,
context
yeah,
as to
yeah.
why this is such
Thank
a big
you, Alex.
deal on the podcast
you,
to
Alex.
hide the name.
Thank you. Should I start?
Yeah. So why is it such a big deal?
It's a huge deal, everyone. It's the biggest deal that's ever happened to me. We, Aleena and I, as we form our own nation, we form our own society. We as a nation, we as a society had determined that to keep a name from the people around you is treason, is jailable offense, is something that we'll never forgive, never forget. Kind of like Lauren Conrad, Heidi Montag moment here, okay? If you're from the early 2000s. Aleena tells me she's pregnant. I fall on the floor with joy. I'm overwhelmed with happiness. I say, what's his name? She says, we're not telling anyone. I almost ended the podcast right there and then. I said, this is the worst thing that could have ever happened to me personally. And then you have to go like, well, it's her pregnancy. It's her experience. She's allowed to do what she wants. And then you circle back to, but how could she do this to me? So there's been a lot of up and downs. So there's a lot of like.
and when we had this conversation,
When we literally sent out a clip for the other nation to see, we said, we're on board with always telling anyone. And Aleena was pregnant at that time. She was hiding it from me and agreeing with me that she was
I
about
don't know
to
if
share.
I knew actually.
Oh, okay. It was premonition.
Yeah.
So it was out there. Maybe she knew. Maybe she didn't.
Yeah.
But she was on my side. She was on my team. She was gonna tell me the name if she ever decided to
And
have
I
babies.
feel like at this point I need to explain myself.
Okay, fine. You have the floor.
Okay.
It is your episode of pregnancy.
No, it's not mine. It's ours.
You're right. It's our baby.
It's ours.
It's ours together.
Yeah. I wanted to tell people. Okay. Okay.
Oh, sure.
Throwing him
Okay.
under the bus.
Yeah.
Who's him?
Him.
Oh no,
the father of the
it's
child.
not about him.
Oh.
We wanted
Father.
to we wanted to tell people.
Sure,
Okay?
sure.
And I felt like, one, what is the name of this podcast?
Are we still friends? So you're trying to
Hypocrisy.
test? Are you trying to test our?
We
friendship?
are always hypocrites.
Totally
Here.
Totally.
We say one thing and then we say another the next episode.
Yeah, or the next second.
Yeah. So, one, are we surprised?
Yeah.
Okay, we have strong opinions and then we reel them back.
Totally true.
So let's get the groundwork there, okay? That this isn't the only thing that we've flopped on.
Okay.
Okay, number 2. We wanted to tell people, okay? But all we were told by the masses.
No.
And by the masses, I mean parents. Whatever you do, my one piece of advice, don't tell anybody the name. Oh, okay. What is this, like Voldemort? If we tell people the name, is it going to bring us bad luck?
No.
Bad karma?
No.
Is he going to be okay?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever you say.
No, Aleena told me this part of the story. She's like, oh yeah, people are coming up to us and telling us this. And I go, who's telling you this? And she goes, people. And I'm like, you're fucking making it up.
I'm not making up.
And I'm like, so what? So I said, can you give me any backstory why they said don't tell the name? No, they just said that. So you didn't have a fucking follow-up question? Hey, don't tell the name. Why are they cursed if I tell the name? There's no follow-up. There's no answer to my question.
I don't mess with
Alex,
bad jujus.
Alex, what's your
What was? They didn't say what the bad juju
Exactly.
would be.
The bad
Exactly.
juju is like people. Well, it's implied. Okay, number
What?
one,
No.
Huh.
you're jinxing something. It
Jinxing
hasn't
what?
happened yet. His birth.
No,
And
that's
his health.
that's harsh. Like people. That's saying people that are telling the name are jinxing people's birth. No.
I'm just saying that.
But that's such a negative. Like I don't want even to put that negativity out in the world.
Yeah, but
Who
I
the
do.
hell?
Like, I'm
So if someone said like, okay,
dodging negativity.
if you had to step on any cracks, you're gonna break your mother's back.
Oh, I avoided cracks for a long time.
Oh, okay. Well,
If someone tells me a superstition,
but I feel
I'll believe it.
like
You guys know that I
but that's
send
a
all
really
those
weird
TikToks I get in my feed of like, if you don't send this to 5 people, you're gonna die.
that's
next
true.
week.
You do that.
I've heard
You
it's
do
bad not to tell people the baby's name though.
that. Oh, okay. Well,
shoot.
On
thank
on
you,
this
Alex.
podcast, I've heard that.
I've heard that
I've
too.
heard that on this podcast.
I swear people have been whispering that to me.
Yeah.
Like since we started this podcast.
In my
always
ears,
tell,
through my
Always
headphones.
tell your friends your baby name.
Yeah.
Always tell it.
I
Yeah.
know. I was a hypocrite, okay? And I just got scared of what people were warning me to
Don't
not
turn
do.
this around on me with fear.
Can we go back to when this was acknowledged? And I believe the first time we asked, the response was,
Yeah.
well, it's hard to pronounce.
No. Alina goes, well, I can't say it. And I go, well, you should really consider it. If you can't say it and you can't spell it, I'm not sure he should be named it.
But it doesn't exist.
See, that's now you're making this more insane. Now you're making this now it's like you're saying like I have a secret I can't tell you, and it's the biggest secret in the fucking world. You're like, I have a name of this baby, I'm not gonna tell you, and it's a name you've never discovered.
Xerxes.
Like exactly. It's like, oh, okay, now I can't even fucking dream up the name because it doesn't exist. So anyways, you guys, I've been calling the baby XYZ because I feel like this type of baby name, this type of demure man who's coming out, he's gonna have an X, Y, or a Z in his name because those letters in a name, so confusing. I can't say it. X, Y, or Z. Never heard of a baby with an X, Y, or Z in their name. Oh, Waylon. Besides that,
No, you added Y.
no, I always said X, Y, Z.
X, Y.
It's baby X, Y, Z.
Oh, she does have a Y.
Yeah.
I was thinking you were saying W.
No.
I was like, there's no W there. But W is around those letters.
Exactly. End of alphabet letters.
Confusing.
Totally.
Oh, it's right before.
Yeah. So anyways, you guys, I definitely went through 12 stages of grieving, if you're curious. And I was angry. For a long time, I held a lot of anger. I held on to it. I was upset. I tried to get the name out of Aleena weekly. I'd come up, we'd do an episode. Can I have the baby name? Can I have the baby name? Every single week. I thought in
I'll
my
tell you.
persistence.
I'll tell you.
No. I thought in my persistence I would
I'll tell
actually get
you.
the name.
I'll tell you.
And then I did reverse psychology. I was like, don't tell me. I don't even want to know.
No,
Name the baby and still don't tell me. Don't tell me. I never want to know. And then Aleena tried to fucking trick me, you guys. She sent me the baby's room, and the letters for the baby's name were up on
They
the
were
wall.
like mocked up in the colors.
And it
that
was
we want.
mocked up in the colors. But since I
It was
couldn't
gibberish.
since I couldn't read the name, I was like, oh wow, I really can't pronounce the name.
What do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean?
I'm getting these like letters made for
In his name.
His name.
Yeah, in his room.
In his
room. And I was trying to pick the colors to pick for each letter.
Mhm.
And I had to take screenshots of like letters that already existed based off the color. So it's
Letters
just a
that
bunch-
already existed. So in his name.
No, like of the person who
Oh.
makes the letters.
Okay.
To be like, oh, okay, this one's going to be red, then this one's going to be blue, and blah, 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 blah. So it's just jumbled letters. But Sarah thought that was the name of the baby.
Okay.
Because she said I couldn't read it or say it.
But you know how many letters it is
Okay, but
if you counted.
But they weren't the letters that are going to be in the name, so it
No.
was just like
so it's
our
not like I
palette.
could have scrambled
Yeah.
it, and like created it.
Gotcha.
And you wouldn't have been able to, even if you
No.
were given a word
If
scramble.
there's 4 letters and it's scrambled, I still can't get it.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
I'm just. She could give me all the letters and I wouldn't be able to piece it together.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's been our biggest fight about her pregnancy so far. So we just want to share that with you.
Yeah. And I know that I'm a hypocrite. And it's okay.
No, and
It's
we
just
have
a
to go-
scary thing. Like, people scare you. They're like, don't tell anyone the name. And I'm like, okay, yeah, for sure. I will die if I tell anyone.
It just like
the name.
seems really weird to me to have somebody like fearmonger you like that.
Well, I think
It's creepy.
Because
Like now I'm actually mad at those people.
yeah, because sometimes people, you tell them the name and they don't like it. And then they give you like a bad feeling.
Well, that's what I mean is like if you're not telling the name and like when someone, because this has happened to me multiple times at this point, someone's like, oh, it's a girl, we're not sharing the name. And if someone were to say, we're not sharing the name because we don't want to hear your feedback. We love this name and it bothers us to hear like, oh, that sounds weird. Totally get it, totally understand. I just think it's weird when someone's like, we're not sharing the name and we're not even going to tell you why. Like we're just not going to say anything. And I'm like, I wish I just didn't know you had a name. Because now my curiosity.
So I should have lied.
Yes.
Okay. Dishonesty.
Dishonesty. Moving
Okay.
forward. Because then I'm going crazy. Like, what is this name going to be?
Alex, are you going to tell people the name?
No.
Bitch. No, I honestly, like, if I ever decide to have another kid, I'm always like, should I fucking pull this shit now just for a game? Like, should I just do
But like you had a name that you were so certain on, you knew how to say it, you knew how to spell it.
Shouldn't you know how to say and spell it? You know the letters. How are you mispronouncing your own
You'll
son's
find out.
name? But see,
You'll find out.
But doesn't it make you worried that you're going to tell me the name and I'm going to be like, totally.
Yeah, exactly. Which
Max.
is why.
No, I know. Like someone's like, I'm not telling the name, and it's Tom, and you're like, how the fuck do you tell me the fucking name?
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be silly.
The only reason I can think of not saying somebody's name other than the voodoo is
I just don't like that. I don't like that being the reason because I think that's kind of mean.
I like it if you are going to name it after somebody
That's sweet.
and you want
A
them to
surprise.
be like face to face.
Totally.
It's
I
named.
You said this
Thank
last
you.
time.
Did
You
I?
did?
Yeah. So
Oh, I
like
did.
someone here is a hypocrite and someone is like extremely consistent.
Oh,
I really-
really? I did say that last time?
Yeah.
I really
Oh.
like that, Alex.
You said that last time.
If you have a baby, are you gonna name it?
I'll
Alex?
No, I'm not. I won't name it Alex. No.
No, not Alex, but like, would you name it?
I would think about naming it something in my family.
Alex, it's so fucking sweet of you.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's very nice.
That's really nice. I like that.
crazy. You're not having a kid before me.
I know. Surprise universe.
That is actually
crazy.
wild.
Is it actually wild though?
We never
I
know
was-
what's happening next year.
I know, but I was dead certain.
Me too.
For sure he's having a baby before me.
I was pretty certain.
And then
of
I
that,
got
too.
pregnant. I was like, shit.
I know. Alex can't get off a baby before.
And now Alex is definitely not going to be a dad before me.
I know. Sorry, Alex.
Oh shoot.
Took it away from you.
No.
So it's a boy, though. Did you want a boy? Are you excited it's a boy? Where are you with the whole boy thing? Hey, your son, he's listening. He's watching.
You didn't want a boy because you didn't want to deal with the circumcision?
Collect. Correct. I was really
Collect
nervous about the
go.
whole penis problem. You know?
Yeah. I'm obviously happy. I'm obviously happy.
Okay.
I think I felt girl. I was certain girl.
Okay. I always like to know, like you were feeling girl.
I was
so when you
feeling girl.
tell us
I was-
about opening the envelope. What'd you do? What happened? How'd you find out the gender?
there was a cake.
There was a
Yeah, we
cake.
just did it together. Me, Noelle, and Ollie.
Oh, Ollie was there. Thank God.
Yeah. I get it. You're not a dog mom, okay? I get it. Archie was not involved.
Archie actually was present, but accidentally. Like he's just there. He's our
Yeah.
dog. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Ollie is unnamed baby's brother, so
True. You got
Exactly.
brothers. You got
Exactly.
brothers.
I was at the doctor, and the doctor was airdropping me some photos, and
Yeah.
she was like,
So crazy.
"What?
You never hear that sentence.
What?"
that sense like the doctor was
airdropping
airdropping
me
me photos.
photos.
Oh,
It's just
yeah,
a
yeah,
wild,
yeah.
like
It
is
wild.
modern thing to do.
I
is.
know.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Are you Ollie's mom?" And I went,
By birth.
"Yes, I am."
I can't believe that's your phone thing that comes up.
I know
Marcy. How come you don't come up like that on my phone? Maybe you do.
that it I do.
Oh, you do? You
Yeah,
have to change it to baby XYZ's mom because he's going to be so jelly Jew.
I know. No, he'll understand. He'll understand that he's not the firstborn.
We'll see. We'll see how he feels about all. Okay, so you had the cake. What happened? Like you were feeling girl and you cut into it and it was blue. What did you do?
I mean, I just like cried tears of joy, and then I was like, "There's gonna be so many wieners."
There is going to be so many wieners.
Yeah, because Ollie was like
one.
sniffing around, and then obviously Noelle.
Yeah, has a penis.
and yeah, I was just like,
You're surrounded by guys.
I know it hit me like I was really feeling girl in my bones, so that's what I thought, and then it was boy, and I was like, I mean, I've always pictured like when I was younger,
Yeah.
like I've always thought like, oh yeah, I'll probably have like a boy and a girl.
Yes, the classic.
And then people all like the psychic was like, you're gonna have a boy.
Yes.
And like you've told like everyone has been like, you're gonna have a boy.
You always
so,
felt boy mom to me.
Yeah.
I don't know
So-
why.
I know, but everyone always said that, so I was like, okay, yeah, that's like what I had always pictured. But then when I started feeling girl, I was like, whoa, okay, something's gonna be different, and then it wasn't. But that's okay. So it's like it's what
It's what you have and you're excited about it. But
Yes.
my question to you is you have three sisters or
Yeah.
you a sister of three. You have two sisters. You're the third. You didn't grow up with a brother.
Yes, so it really hit me, you know, in the subsequent weeks. I have a wiener
Totally.
in my stomach.
And balls. Don't forget about the
I'm-
balls.
able to make a wiener
Yes.
and I don't have one?
so crazy to think about
There's a wiener floating around
Do you think-
in my belly,
right now.
but I don't have a wiener.
That's right.
How did I make the wiener?
You produced his wiener.
but I don't have
You
a
grew
wiener.
his wiener. You grew his wiener.
I grew it and I don't have one.
And are his balls dropped?
They do drop in the womb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait. Drop in which manner? Not the puberty manner.
Yeah, not like
But they drop.
13, but it's
Outside.
it's one of the weekly updates. It's like
Oh, it's like the balls have
scrotum drops.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the baby already has his sperm.
And does
This
he?
is getting crazy.
Whoa, does he have pubes yet?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay,
that's
yeah.
too far, Alex.
Okay.
You
Just
took
curious.
it one step
I'm
too.
just
we
curious.
all know that you get pubes at an age and you get the one
13?
pube.
Oh.
and-
And you're like, what the?
yeah. And so that's really been messing with me.
It is a crazy thought
How can I have a wiener in me,
all the time.
but in a different way?
I know. I think about that way too often too.
Yeah. It
It's-
doesn't feel like appropriate.
It
like,
doesn't feel appropriate.
like, is this okay?
I guess
Call
not.
911.
You're creating a full-on
I got
human.
a wiener in my belly.
I know, in your belly. Weird.
Where it is.
I know. Well, no, it's actually in your uterus.
Let's not get all technical.
Well, you can't say your belly.
I don't like it whenever it's like, oh, that's your uterus. It's like, it's my stomach, okay?
It's in there.
stomach,
It's in the
okay,
stomach
like-
region.
Like, we don't need, like, it's my stomach.
That's true. I
Okay.
mean, I'm not a doctor, you guys. I don't have the answers to everything.
So, yeah.
So you're pregnant. You've given birth. He's here. We know the name. You found out the gender.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is a special time
Yeah.
to be your friend.
Why?
Because all the exciting changes that are to come.
I know.
And you get to meet him. And he's going to be in your arms. And you're going to be texting me things. I like to feel important and helpful in people's lives. And so it's like, you're going to be like, oh, Sarah.
I have been texting you so many things
I know,
already.
but then I was like needy. I was like, hey, can you text me more questions?
Yeah.
So I was like hoping like you just continue. Like just keep asking me.
I don't want to bother you.
All I want to have are baby questions. I told Aleena it's like my only personality trait to like give people answers to baby questions. It's so fun for me.
It is also so helpful just like knowing moms because I'm just like, what's the deal with this?
There's so many things these days. Like when you were making your baby registry and you're like, what are all these things? I felt so overwhelmed with that. I was like,
Can
there
we
just be like
please
one
revisit
stroller?
the best part of this?
Which part?
When I thought the DockATot that I bought you was for the bath.
That is so fun. Like, are you dying now of laughter?
Now that I've seen like what to use for the bath
That's-
and
like,
then what the
DockATot is?
loungers. Yeah.
Well, did you bring that to me after birth or before?
Before.
Okay, so for those that don't remember, Aleena got me a DockATot and she thought it was a bath. She thought it was a bathtub. She's like, here you go, like put it in the
And
tub.
then I got you towels to go with it.
Yes. She got me like a shark. Was it a shark towel?
Yeah.
She got me like a shark towel, like all these bath accoutrements with a DockATot, thinking it was the fucking tub. And you could like sometimes put in the sink too.
Yeah.
Which just cracks me up. No, it's so true. There's so many random things that you don't know until like you're in the experience. And like the DockATot is the tub. I made me laugh for weeks and months and months and months to come.
Still makes
Every
me
time
laugh.
she was in it, I was like, Aleena thought that was a tub.
I thought that was a bath.
So, okay.
Okay.
What has your pregnancy journey been like as Kourtney Kardashian, as Miss Glow?
What has it been like? Okay, well, number one, I am simply just a vessel for shit and pee.
That's true as well.
That's all I am. I'm Miss Piss Queen. If you remember earlier this year, I
All you
talked
do is go to
about
the bathroom.
all the pissing I was doing. It's because my bladder's been tight
Very tight.
and small.
Small.
Okay, so I've never pooped this much in my life.
Crazy.
Thank God for the bidet.
Really
Thank God.
Could not have come at a better time. in your
Could
life.
not have come at a better time.
Oh my God, wiping right now would have been tough, huh?
It's really hard.
My
It's
sister
really
was telling
tough.
me about, like, remember how we had the discussion about wiping? She's like, oh, tell Lena when she's 9 months pregnant, there's no way she's going to be able to wipe.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been tough. I can't lean. I can't lean left and right
It's
like
very
I used
difficult.
to.
No, there's the equilibrium. No. Is that right?
Yeah.
Your equilibrium is so off.
Also,
You're officially wobbly.
my balance was already bad and it got to be 10 times worse.
There's no center of gravity.
I'll be here, something will be over there, and I will find a way to walk over to it and trip on it, even though it's not even in my path.
I fully understand.
I will wobble there.
Yeah. I broke a lot of things. Like everything fell. I broke glass like daily. I hit things. I was just like, okay, I have no control over my limbs.
Yeah. I went on a ladder.
Wait. Why?
It was just like a step stool. I needed to get up to something, and I didn't
Step.
realize that my balance was so bad, and I just started flying backwards. But I
Was
was
someone behind
stationary.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should have had the person behind you on that ladder.
I know.
Thinking
I
back.
know. But yeah. My favorite things to say are like, okay, well, we'll get into this, but like if it, like anyone is to say congratulations,
Yeah.
my favorite thing to say is he's not the father. Thank you. It's not his.
Oh my God, that's so fucking funny. What have been the responses back? Just shock? Laughs?
It just laughs.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. It's nice to have a good pregnancy joke that you can really carry through.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Does Noel like it?
Yeah. He does. He does.
He's like pissed. He's like, God damn it, she's using this one again.
I think like, oh, in terms of like cravings and stuff.
Yes. Pregnancy cravings?
Yeah. I think the hardest thing is just,
What? What?
I haven't really had any.
Oh, none?
Nothing.
Has your taste buds changed at all?
No.
That's so
You know this though.
crazy.
You know.
But I thought like maybe like You could be like, oh, I eat this every day because I love it so much.
I've been
now.
eating a ton of burgers.
Okay.
But I always ate burgers.
That's so interesting that nothing's changed taste wise.
Yeah.
Sweets, not craving pickles. The
The
classic.
I don't understand the whole pickle thing.
Has any classic pregnancy thing?
Nope. I haven't had any.
Really?
Nothing.
Except for the burping. I mean, you burp constantly.
I haven't. And remember that episode where I kind of started falling asleep when you were talking?
Like literally every episode.
No.
Okay. Yeah. The one where we were in your bed?
Yeah. And I was like,
Yeah. Oh, you've been tired. That's a pregnant.
I mean, yeah, that was that's like what happens
in the beginning.
in the beginning. And I was
So tired.
So tired.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Forgiven.
But you knew.
Yeah.
I'm just recounting things.
Yes, please.
Did anything happen with you with the bladder impeding on your ability to not pee yourself? I know that's been an issue for you before in the past.
Yeah, that's a really great question. So have you ever pissed and looked into somebody's eyes while you're doing it?
No. Why though, Alex? Feels like you. Why are you doing that?
Just having some fun drunken nights with friends.
Okay. That's how every good story starts.
Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, I had an incident and it's not my proudest moment. And I was over at my parents' house and I had the giggles. Okay. I was, sitting on the couch. I was kind of like sandwiched in the couch, which I've realized I need to be in places where it's easy for me to get up and get going.
Yeah.
If I have a bladder push.
Mm-hmm.
But I was not prepared. I was kind of sandwiched in. I had an ottoman in front of me. It was really hard to maneuver. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm sitting with my sister and my mom, and I'm like just cackling, laughing. Okay. I'm so many funny things were happening. Okay. My sister's husband was sitting in front, and like he had some stuff on his neck, like some sort of reaction. And
We're
she was
laughing
like,
at rashes now.
yeah. And she was like, oh, hey, do you want to go get me that cream for your neck? He's like, nah, I haven't really been needing it. And I just look at his neck that's like covered in
Oh my god.
and I just start laughing, and I'm like, and she's like, you do need it, honey. Like, there's a lot of, it's like you can't see the back of your neck. And so I'm like dying laughing, like at the idea of him being like, nah, I'm good. I haven't really been needing it. Like, and like, you need it, buddy. So he's like, I'm just going to go upstairs. Like, you guys are just like picking on me. So he leaves. And then I'm like, trying to get over the giggles. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I think I should probably go pee. In the midst of my giggles, my mom turns to me while I'm mid laugh, and she just goes, I think I'm going to make sizzling beef tonight. And I'm just like, okay. It's not going to sizzle at home. We need skillets for that. And then I just bust up laughing even more because I'm like, that was so random, Mom. And it was like a little secret that you're telling me. And no one asked for sizzling beef tonight. But okay. So then I'm like giggling at that. And then I'm trying to get up.
Yeah.
And my sister's like, oh, I got to respond to this work thing. And as I'm getting up, I claw my fingers onto her computer. And she's like
trying to get up.
And she goes, and I go, what? And I completely powered off her computer while she was in the middle of work. So then I start laughing even more because I've just completely turned off her computer.
There's a rash, there's sizzling beef, and your claw.
Yeah, and my claw. And she's like, oh, what happened? And I'm like, oh, I turned it off. And now I've pushed my body between the sofa and the ottoman.
Gotcha.
I'm in the
You're squished in the in-between.
In between. There's hardwood floors under me. And I'm giggling hard. And then I look at her and I go, I peed. And she goes, okay, get up. And I go, and I just keep laughing. And
oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
oh, it's not stopping. The seal broke
No.
from my giggle.
No.
That it just all came out.
No.
And then I'm looking at her while I'm down in this crevice,
no.
looking up at her, making eye contact,
No.
just letting it all
No.
flow out.
No.
Because at this point, it can't be stopped. It can't be stopped. It's
Oh.
like opening a dam.
I understand.
And we're just locking
I'm
eyes
pissing in your pants.
as I'm pissing my pants. And I'm continuing to giggle. At this point, my mom gets up and she moves the ottoman and she goes, and my dad is right next to her. And she goes, oh, honey, she did pee.
Oh no.
3 towels needed to clean up.
No, Aleena, did you get the shower?
So then I peed all over my sister's shoes. I peed all over the floor.
Jesus.
They cleaned up everything with all these towels. Now I'm sitting with wet pants.
No.
I have no pee left, so don't even need to go to the toilet.
God.
I can't stop laughing. My mom's like, let's get you up to the shower. And I'm in my parents' shower, just hysterically laughing like a movie character.
Like
Like-
the Joker?
Like the Joker, just like by myself, laughing at the idea that I just pissed myself in my parents' living room in front of everybody, making eye contact with my sister. I'm just laughing and laughing and laughing. I can't stop. I can't stop laughing. And my mom says to me, you know, we've had 3 grandkids over at the house.
Oh my God.
And none of them have ever had an accident like that.
I love your mom.
Yeah.
That is so fucking perfect.
I know.
Damn, Aleena.
I know.
Well, you know, I think every pregnant person has one pee your pants.
No, apparently, like, do you? Most people have like gotten close, but
I feel like I had nothing like that.
Yeah.
Not I didn't let
yeah.
the full thing go.
Yeah.
But definitely like I'm sprinting to the bathroom because I feel like it's coming. But I think it's so funny because it's like I think you had to have one of those. You had to have one of those
Yeah.
because it kind of makes you feel really pregnant. You know, it kind of like solidifies like, oh, I'm pregnant.
It
I
just
just
came
peed my
out.
pants.
It just came out.
There was no stopping the dam.
No.
I like it. It makes me feel like, you know, you're doing something different. You're doing
Think?
something crazy. I do. I enjoy a good pee story, especially from you.
I mean, wouldn't be complete without it. So I'm pissy queen. And then, yeah, I mean, like, I'm going like 5-6 times a day.
At night?
Poop
Oh, poop at night. Oh.
during the day.
Jesus, Lord, Mother Mary.
It's
Okay.
a lot. It's a lot. That's
That
why
is a lot.
I feel like I am just a vessel.
Yeah, no, totally.
I'm just a vessel for poop.
That's, you know,
It's a lot.
It's a lot of times to poop. That's a lot of time spent in the bathroom.
Yes.
Has there been any piece of pregnancy advice or parenting advice that's really stuck with you? Or like, has anything like been in your brain about what's to come? Or like, has anything like come to fruition that you imagined during pregnancy? Like, what did you expect this time to be like and what has it been? And then
Well,
tell me.
I don't have any deep thoughts at the moment, you know.
Don't share anything deep.
No, I just don't have any. Like my entire brain is taken up by this.
Babies. Yeah.
But I will say, I know you were not pleased
What? Which part?
at
The name? We're past that.
how easy
Oh, come on.
it was for me.
No,
In
that's
comparison.
not true. That's not true.
No.
I would never wish ill on somebody's pregnancy.
Oh my God, have some fun.
No, I was jealous.
This is the reverse of light flow girl, heavy flow girl.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
This is difficult pregnancy light pregnancy.
Yeah.
Like you prepared me and I was like, oh, like all these things are going to happen. And then when you were like, so like, what's it been like? And I'm like, I literally have had no symptoms.
Yes, that's true.
You weren't mad.
No.
But you were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was jealous.
Yeah.
But I always like try to take it to like girl versus boy. I'm like, oh, she's having a boy. That's why. So that would be like my explanation to myself.
You think the wiener cures all?
I think so. I think I'm like, oh, she has to see a wiener like when she changes the diaper. Like, of course, things have to be nice right now because a wiener is to come.
And it's gonna pee all up in my face.
No, I mean, I always say that like that's why I feel like pregnancy and parenthood is shareable but unshareable. Like no one experiences the same thing. Like I would be in my pregnancy classes and I would ask everyone questions like, "Oh, you experiencing this?" And they'd be like, "No." Like nothing.
It's so
the
different.
same.
It's so different.
My interpretation of pregnancy was we all go through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We all experience cravings. We all are tired. We all sweat. Like my interpretation before I was pregnant was it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I thought that. There's so many things I thought in my mind about pregnancy, about motherhood that have been so wrong. And again, it's like I don't even know where my information was coming from. It's not like I knew pregnant people or knew young mothers.
Yeah.
So again, the movies?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea where my thoughts were coming from, but like I had no actual experience of the process of pregnancy or early parenthood.
Yes. I feel like there's so much that I was expecting as possibilities, and obviously I got very lucky that I didn't get those, but it was like there's so much of like this could happen or this could happen or this could happen, and it just didn't.
I think in like a non-deep way, like not in like bad things, but I think like you have a pregnancy for yourself that prepares you for what you need to be prepared for.
Yeah.
So like your experience is like happening the way it should for birth, for the baby. You know, like I always felt like, oh, I'm having this potentially to help prepare me for other things. You know?
Emotionally, I don't think I could have taken it being difficult.
Well, totally. But you would have, and you would have done fine.
I would have.
You would have.
You know what I mean?
I know.
It just like, the main thing I had was like, I was just very sleepy. And now towards the end, I just have a lot of like pressure.
Can we say
on
too,
my
like,
pelvis?
You're almost giving birth and you're doing this podcast. You know, we're sitting on this couch and you're inches away from birth. And that may seem generally like easy. Like
you're
sitting
same
on
thing.
A different. You're doing it, I feel like, up to a later point. I do feel like that. And it's really hard because it is draining.
It is.
Like you really don't have any marbles left in your brain.
Oh my God. Every week.
Completing sentences.
Every week. Well, one, I apologize for all the heavy breathing that you may have noticed. Alex noticed when he found out. He was like,
why are you
I was noticing that your breath was like pretty heavy when I was editing.
I think too, we should also mention that I think Aleena has such a positive, upbeat outlook on labor. I feel like a lot of times people have like a general fear of like worry.
Let's not dive into it.
I feel like she does.
No, it's just
very
like I haven't processed that I'm gonna have a baby.
Yeah, I think that's.
You don't think?
I think that's what it is.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, no, I'm really. I'm like, it's like delayed. It's like arrested development of labor for me. Like,
Really?
I'm like, oh, at some point it's got to come out of me.
My first thought when I knew I was pregnant was, oh, I have to give birth. That was my first thought.
I haven't thought about birth.
Yeah, I feel
Really?
like I'd be.
But you're watching fucking birthing videos.
That's not me.
Like literally no one's more
Sucks
prepared.
to be you. Sucks to be you. Not gonna be me.
I'm dying because I'm like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, you know what? I'll go with the flow. Like it's happening. Like I feel like
I don't, like people have birth plans. Like, do I need to print out a piece of paper and take it to the
I did.
hospital? You did?
Some people have like go bags, don't they? Also.
yeah, well, you have a go bag.
Yeah.
What's a go bag?
Like you have your hospital bag, he means.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's getting packed.
Yeah.
I
told you.
like, is a text message appropriate of like
for what? Your
my
birthing
birth plan? Like,
No, but
Yeah,
I'm
right.
saying like
why
that's
do I
why
print it out?
you don't have to. You don't
What
have
am I
to do
gonna
anything.
put on there?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
What kind of rules do I need to make for myself?
That's what I mean. Is like you're just like whatever happens happens, and I think that's a good outlook to have because it alleviates like a lot of. This is my, I think you can go both ways. Like some people like to have the structure of like I've looked into this. Not that you haven't looked into it. I just mean like they have a very specific vision, and I think what comes with that sometimes is if you're grasping so hard of like this is what you want, and it doesn't go according to plan, it can really hurt people, and like they can look back and be like, I'm feeling very upset by how things happen. But I think having the wherewithal or the clarity or being like, you know what, I'm gonna go into this experience and like it feels like to me it's a very positive thing and not like a fearful, because it makes me sad when people have like so much fear surrounding that day when in general it's one of the, you don't want to say it's the best day of your life when maybe you're going through labor, but it brings about one of the best experiences of your life.
Yes.
So it's sad sometimes when people have so much trepidation on that day.
I just feel like I create so many like anxieties for myself in my life, and I'm like, this is one thing I just don't need to.
But that's amazing because again, if you have anxiety about like pissing your pants, I would have thought, oh my God, she's thinking of all these different scenarios.
Yeah, I'm just not going there.
That's amazing. That's hard to do.
I
when
hope
you have,
so.
It is.
But it's also like, it's embarrassing. Other people have to give birth. Like,
oh my God.
that's like crazy. That sucks to be you.
I think it's like, one of those things in life where it's such a life experience.
Wait, I'm going to give birth.
Yeah, you're literally about, like, we're talking about it, but like it's about to happen.
Yeah.
Like it's such a huge life experience though. Like to me, it's like, I kind of, not to say that it's not hard, but I feel like you get to experience something that not everyone gets to experience. Like it's so once in a lifetime, and maybe it's multiple times in a lifetime, but it's so special.
Mhm.
Like it's like no one gets to feel that but like you. And I just feel like, I don't know. The narrative growing up constantly was like the worst day of your life, the worst pain you'll ever feel. It's like all this negative emotion towards it. And it's like, you get to meet your baby on that day. Like you get to see his face for the first time. Like he's going to be outside on your chest. You're going to see you and Noelle's love as a person. That's so crazy to me. And to have, and not to say that doesn't hurt. Like I don't want to like minimize people's suffering of that day, but it's like the greatest joy mixed with such an accomplishment. Like when you ran the mile in middle school, you were like, fuck yeah.
Middle school. Like, have I not accomplished anything since middle school?
I meant like a physical activity.
Okay.
When you lift weights and you get to the next bar and you're like, fuck yeah. Like it's nice to see a physical accomplishment. Like it's nice to measure a physical accomplishment. Like my body just did this insane thing. It's like your body is this insane thing, and then you get to hold your baby.
I know.
That's crazy. And it's inches away from you.
But I'll tell you what, if anyone tells me to push,
you're going to be fucking pissed. I'm going to be on the phone. Push, Aleena. Push just a little bit.
No, I'm kidding. It's just something about the
it's
video.
The ick. It gave you the ick.
It just gave me, in the video too, they were like, can you lift your butt up? And like, she was like, oh no, I can't. And I was
like, she literally can't.
I was pissed. I'm like, she can't.
What's she gonna do? A crunch, like in the middle of like a reverse crunch in the middle
like,
of it?
In the middle of a contraction, they're like, lift your
Rule
ass.
number 1: don't ask me questions that you know the answer to, doctors.
Yeah, I know.
You lift my ass.
Yeah.
Does it look like I can lift my ass?
I think that's what really set me off.
Yeah.
So then when the push came, it was like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't tell me.
But also, it's not gonna be me because like, I'm not giving birth.
I'm so excited for the birth story though. Like, oh, love a good story.
I know. There's gonna be.
There's just so many things. It's like, oh, I wonder if your water breaks and you go to the hospital, or like your contraction happens and you go to the hospital first. And it's like, there's so many fun things
like
that
what
happen.
if like contractions aren't even painful?
That could totally be a thing. Some people are like, oh, labor felt good. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard that.
And what if I'm like, nah, I don't need that epidural. This is
do it.
fine.
Yes. I'd love a good story.
Okay. Well, we'll continue on in the bonus, and we'll probably have another episode
Talking about babies.
just like talking more freely now.
I've been waiting for this day since as long as I can remember.
Okay, we'll see you in the bonus. Bye.
Bye.